Today I'm going to do a video about my Panerai Luminor Base. It's a PAM, P-A-M 010. This was manufactured in 1998, and I think I bought it in 1999, end of 1999, at a flea market in São Paulo, Brazil. And I was in Brazil working on a TV commercial, and I had no idea. I didn't know anything about Panerai at the time. I just saw this, and it was in a wooden box with the accessories and the pamphlet, and it came with a screwdriver. And I was really struck by just the size of it and the graphic dial. Like, I was like, that's like the most watch I've ever seen before. And at the same time, it was like just this black and white thing. It just reminded me of like a wall clock in a school or something. So my recollection is that when I saw it in the flea market, the guy said 2,000, and he didn't speak English. So, but somehow I understood 2,000. So I got 2,000 real, which I'm not sure what the exchange rate at the time was, but my recollection was it was like $500, $600. So I came back with 2,000 real, and then he was like, no, $2,000 US dollars. So I was like, oh, that's more than I thought. So I was with some friends I was working with, so I was like, hey guys, can you each loan me some dollars? I could come up with $2,000 in cash. And then I went back, and then he's like, no, it's 2,500. I was like, but anyway, somehow I ended up paying 2,500 when I thought it was like 500 or 600 to start. But now this what I didn't know at the time, because I had no idea if I was totally getting ripped off. I just wanted that watch, and I was stupid. So, but now this is A series, 1998 A series limited edition. And you can see the serial number here is A0277, 277 out of 1,000. And this Luminor base, I just went to the Panerai boutique in Geneva recently, just last week, and was talking to a guy there. He's like, this watch shouldn't exist because the white dial and the black case, but it does exist. And so that 277 out of 1,000 is for the whole Luminor base production that year, which was very limited because Panerai was kind of in this transition period from its previous existence to being bought by Vendome, which then changed its name to the Richemont Group. But the point is, it was a limited edition, and so now these sell for like, this is A series Luminor Marina, which was they were 1,500 of these made. It goes for 18,000, and this Luminor base with a black dial is going for 13,000. But the black with the white, I still think it's probably a one of a kind watch. And what happened with these black watches is that according to the lore, the black coating was subject to getting scratched and wearing. So they offered to replace them all with, I don't know, whatever, chrome or silver-looking case. So I wasn't aware of the recall, but the other thing is, I think I'm happy with it black, even with some wear. But because a lot of people did the exchange, also it makes the black ones also rare. So anyway, what I want to show this watch because it's part of my collection, and I wore it for a number of years. When I was wearing it, if I would bang this like into a car door or something, I would like look at the car afterwards and worry that I damaged the car because the watch is so heavy. I never really worried about damaging the watch. And then I also remember like in 20 years ago or so, I took it to, the other thing is, we'll look at the movement when I open this up, but I took it to this jeweler in Geneva that's a Panerai dealer, and they sent it. Well, I don't know if they sent it or they just looked at it, but they looked at it and they said it needs like $1,000 worth of work or something. It had stopped running, but it also they said part of it was it needed a new sapphire crystal because the crystal was chipped. And I was like, the crystal is not chipped. Like, I know that watch, it's not chipped. But if you look at it under a microscope, it is chipped. And so that was something I didn't know until I got a microscope. So I think it's interesting just to take a look at that, the chip. I don't remember where it is, so you have to bear with me while I look for it. So there's one chip here. Which is an interesting location because it's not even on the corner. And so it could be some other kind of flaw other than a chip. And then there's like these tiny chips here. See if I can get closer. So there's a tiny chip there. Now let's go around the whole perimeter of this thing. So there's that first one again. Where the hell is it? There. So, you know, yeah, you could say those are chips, but they are pretty insignificant in the big scale of things. And also, if you're going to go around and like replace $1,000 or more, who knows how much it costs today, sapphire crystal because of a chip like that, when the case is as damaged as this is, you know, what's the point? There's no point. Absolutely no point. I mean, if the crystal is damaged, yeah, but some little scratches like that. Anyway, that was my first experience with service on a watch like that, and I was like, that's abusive. I remember getting mad at the person on the phone. I was like, that the crystal does not need to be replaced. Don't even say that. Okay, so now back to what we're going to do. Originally, I was just going to do videos about each of the watches in my collection, but this one happens to not be working right now. It runs, but it's... oh wait, there, I think it did work. Yeah, see, randomly, I think you probably just saw me pull this out twice, and the crown didn't move or catch, but now this time it did. So it's had this problem for a while. Like if I want to set it, I have to fight with it for 10 minutes to get it to go into setting mode. So it's back to being misbehaving, even though the stem is all the way out. It won't change it. So this Panerai, to open it and get the crown out, you have to also remove the this guard, the crown guard. And even though it's potentially a $10,000 watch or 20, I'm going to do that. Should I remove the strap? I should remove the strap, but I'm not going to. So we could take a look at this. It's running a bit fast, like 1.5 per day, according to the time grapher. I just ran it. I'll spare you. Oops. Is that going to focus over here? There you can see the time grapher. The beat error is 0, amplitude's 263, but it's off by 97. Let's try to fix that first, just to, then it gives me an excuse to delay the pain. So we're going to move the regulator in the direction of slower, and then just put it back on the time grapher. So I reduced that. You know, if you don't know how the time grapher works, this line tells you if it's going up, it's going fast, and if it's going down, it's going slow. So we already have the line going. Now it's down to 7 seconds per day. I could nudge it a bit more, but that's already kind of better regulated. Just for fun, because this movement is so easy to mess around with. It looks like I went too far. It still says +3, but it only averages every once in a while. So yeah, now it's -6. So can bring it back. Now I brought it too far, I can tell. Oh wait, did I push it faster again? Slower. Too far, probably. Oh wait, I'm going faster still. It's not that easy. Okay, so now it's a little bit slow, but it's not that easy to adjust it when it's on the time grapher. So you can see here, I don't really need magnification to do this, but I'm gonna wear it anyway, because I just want to nudge this the tiniest bit. And it's interesting what a tiny amount. That was like almost imperceptible. Like it may not have even moved. It's already too slow now. Oh wait, so that means I need to go plus. That time it was perceptible, but still very small nudge. So it's still -5. +2. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's regulation. And then I'm not sure if there's anything else. Let's look under the microscope just to see if there's anything interesting to look at here. V8B82, V8B82. I think that ETA, okay. ETA 6497-2. You can see that under the 6497-2 ETA. So this is a decorated ETA movement. I don't know what's interesting about it. As I look at it, there's the case clamps. I'm reminded I need to put on finger cots before I touch this, but let's see if this little bit of dirt on the regulator is. Are those scratches? Looks like somebody used a screwdriver on that to regulate it, which would probably be me, and scratched it. Anyway, that's the, oh, so the other thing we can look at is in the area of the stem, I was wondering if, see this, when I pull this out, I feel like that gear should pop back, and it's not. And I don't think I have a small enough and gentle enough probe to stick in there. I could take this gear off and try to do this, mess around with it from above here. It seems to me that gear should be spring loaded. It should pop back. So what we have to do is take the movement out of the case, take the dial off, and then look at the keyless works under the dial. And then the other question is like making sure that this is lubricated so that it's waterproof. Oh, something else I wanted to look at, because this movement, this is a, whatever, it's a well-decorated movement. It's just an ETA movement, but I am nervous because it's in very good condition. It's never been serviced. I'm just looking at these individual screws. Because, for example, if I take off that setting gear right there, or winding gear, it would be very hard for me to take that off without damaging that screw. And the same is going to be true on the other side of the movement. Which raises the question, like, do I have any business, even though I own this watch, and even though it's just an ETA movement, do I have any business doing this right now? With my lack of skill at watchmaking. And the problem for me is that it's very frustrating that it doesn't work. Like, I need to be able to set this watch if I'm going to wear it. And I know how to get it. I know how to fix it in the Keyless Works. I think it is a good exercise. Oh, there's the screw to remove the stem. It is kind of a good beginner exercise. Because it's such a big movement. Oh, I got this wrong. I'm such a procrastinator, though. It's been 22 minutes and I haven't even started this video. Most videos will do like a complete rebuild in 22 minutes. I just let me find another excuse. I gotta go pick up my friend at the airport in 20 minutes. I think I'm not gonna do this. We'll save that for another time. I'm curious about something which is, so it's still set for the proper time. I'm just going to put it back on the time grapher because I cleaned that regulator. It's still pretty well regulated. +4. So that's fine. The other thing about this watch is that it's got tritium loom, so the loom doesn't last very long, the charge. And that's something I would find intolerable if it wasn't such a valuable watch. I would definitely want to relume that or get a new dial. But if I got a new dial, it would have Super Luminova, same with the hands, and it would probably cost $1,000 or more. And then the watch would lose its value. So you can see the hour hand is kind of turned darker than the minute hand, and that's because at one point it got just the tiniest bit of humidity inside it, and I saw the humidity accumulate on the top inside of the crystal and on that hour hand. But because the minute hand, because the hour hand is lower, there was the humidity didn't sit there for it sat on the minute hand. Anyway, I think that's about it for this Panerai. Oh, there's one thing that's funny. There's so much information. I'll probably put a link in the description. There are people that are into Panerai that are insane in terms of cataloging. The pre-A movement. Let's see. There's this funny section in here where this guy just goes insane. For pre-A OP6502 watches, so this is a A6502. So, but there's the serial number is this BB number, and then there's the unit number out of 1000. So for pre-A OP6502 watches, the prefix A, the last 4 digits of the BB number, serial number minus 1400, should equal 4 digits of the millisubmission number. Format, blah, 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 blah. And then BB971. So mine is like a BB972. So there were these, what he says in this blog post is that there were pre-A watches that were marked with A's, but you do this math to figure out which one is which. And then 1000 OP, let's see. Assuming no more than 1300 pre-A Luminors were made, any Panerai watch with a serial number lower than BB97170 is a pre-A watch. 1000 total OP6500 and OP6502 and 400 total OP and less than 300 total 6502 Luminor total 1000 plus 400 plus max 300 max 1700 pre-A watches. Oddball pre-A. Anyway, there's all this like research into this that's insane. I don't know why people care that much. I'm not a big Panerai fan. It's an enormous watch. And just tied to some memories for me. Okay, sorry about that. This is a shitty video, I know. I'll probably not use it. But I did want to do a video about all these watches. So I'll get back to it. I'll do a repair video on it at some point. I was ready, psychologically I was ready to do it right now, but I wasted so much time getting started. I just have to do it and just immediately do it, not do all this talk. All right. Sorry again. Thanks if you watched this. See you on the next one.